Bismillah. Today we continue to finish chapter 6, Trigonometry. Bearing. What is the meaning of bearing? Bearing is the angle in degrees measured clockwise from the north. The angle in degrees measured clockwise from the north. For example, we write the bearing as three figures. For example, if we have this shape, we need to find the bearing from the origin. Bearing from the origin. Of course, for the north, the angle from the north itself will be 0. But for the east, to find the bearing, start from the north and move clockwise till you reach the east. So the angle is 90. But we write the bearing is three figures, so 0, 90. The bearing for the south, start from the north, move clockwise till you reach the south, so 180. Bearing of west, start from the north, move clockwise till you reach the west, 270, and so on. Okay? So the bearing, the angle from the north clockwise, the angle from the north clockwise. Just find the angle. But start from the north and move clockwise. And write the bearing or write the angle in three figures. For example, if it's 50, so 0, 50. Okay? Now how to find the angle, the bearing from A to B or B to A? For example, we have 2 points A and B. And this is the north at A and this is the north at B. Of course, they are parallel. Because north. How to find bearing B from A? B from A, bearing B from A, start from A, draw the north, then this is the bearing B from A, which is 94. We can write 0.094. This is the bearing B from A. So B from A, this is the bearing. Start from the north, move clockwise. Okay? Angle 94, so the bearing 94. A from B, bearing A from B, A from B. Start from B and draw the north, then move clockwise till you reach A. So this is the bearing B, A from B. So this B from A, and this A from B. Again, if we need to find bearing A from B, so draw the north at A and move clockwise till you reach B. When you need to find bearing A from B, draw the north at B and move clockwise till you reach A. So this A from B, this B from A. Now B from A, it's given it to you, 94. Can you find A from B? We have a relation between this bearing and that one. This is called the back bearing for this. How to find A from B? This 94, and we know that this side is parallel to that one. North, same direction, so this is parallel to this one. So the sum of the two angles, because we have interior angles, sum add up to 180. So now we can find this one. 180 minus 94. So this angle? 86. So this angle 86. Now if this angle 86, we can find that one. Because we have full turn now. So 360 minus 86. 360 minus 86. 274. 274. Look for this A from B and B from A. Subtract them. 274 minus 94 equal what? 180. So the difference between B from A and the A from B, B from A and the A from B, the difference between them always 180. So if you know this one, you can deduce that one. Just add 180. So if you have B from A and you need to find A from B, the difference, remember, there's a difference between them, 180. If you have the smallest one, you can find the bigger one. Just add 180. If you have the bigger one, you can find the smallest one, subtract 180. Or you can do like that. Sum to interior is 180. Find this one, then it's 360 minus. So the difference between the bearing and the back bearing always 180. Understood number one? Now number two. Find the bearing A from B. A from B. A from B. This is the north at B. Start from the north. Move clockwise till you reach A. So I need this bearing. I need this angle. How to find this angle?
60 plus 180.
Yes, 60 plus 180 directly. It's 240. Or you can say that if this angle 60, this angle 180 minus 60, so this 120. So now 360 minus 120, 240. You get the same. Okay? So, bearing A from B, I mean the angle from the north clockwise. Start from the north, move clockwise till you reach A. So 240. Understood? Now can you try to solve number 3 by your own first? This is number 3, you can check. I need this bearing, this angle 68, and this is the back bearing, so you can just add 180. 180 plus 68, which is 248. Or you can find this angle, which is 180 minus 68. What is the answer? 112. Then you can find this angle 360 minus 112. You get the same. 360 minus 112 equal 248. 248. Or you can find add 180 directly because this is the bearing and I need the back bearing. So 180 plus 68, which is 248. Now next one, I have this 113. I need that one. Also I need the back bearing. So you can add 180 directly, or you can find this angle, then it's 360 minus this one. So 180 plus 113 equals 293. Okay, the last one, I have the back bearing and I need the bearing. So now subtract 180. Okay, so 242 minus 180 equals 62. How 60? 242 minus 180? 62. Okay? Or you can find this angle 360 minus 242, then 180 minus this angle to find C. You have a choice. Number 4. Give the bearing to A from B. I need bearing A from B. So I need this bearing A from B. Start from the north at B, then move clockwise till you reach A. I need this bearing. Yes, Asil?
So
you have the bearing and you need to find the back bearing. A from B.
180 plus 63.
Good job. Yes, 180 plus 63, which is 243. Now, also I need, now give the bearing B from A. B from A. So I need B from A, start from the north, move clockwise, start from the north at A, move clockwise till you reach B. So I need this bearing. Yes, how to find this bearing? You have the back bearing.
50 minus
Yes, 315 minus 180, which is, what is the answer?
135.
135. Or you can find, if you need to solve by a different way, if you forgot that the difference between the bearing and back bearing 180, you can find this one from the full term, 360 minus 315. So this angle 45. We know that this angle plus that one, 180, because interior angle. So 180 minus 45 equal 135. This one. Give the bearing to A from B. To A from B. I need bearing A from B. A from B. So start from the north, move clockwise. I need that bearing. Will you reach A? Yes, how to find this bearing, Afifa?
We can find the angle that this 360 minus 244 first.
To find this one?
Yes.
Yes, 360 minus 244. 360 minus 244 equals?
116.
116. So this angle 116.
Then we can plus that with 180.
Yes, now you have the bearing, you need to find the back bearing, add 180. Good job. So 180 plus 116 equals 296. Now sine law and cosine law. We will start with sine law. We know that if we have right angle triangle, we can use SOHCAHTOA to find side or angle. Okay? But what about if we don't have right angle triangle? We have triangle like that. How can we use sine or cosine to find side or angle? First, we will start with sine rule. Sine rule, if you have a triangle ABC, we stand for the side BC, which is the opposite to the angle A, by A, lowercase a. And for the side which is opposite to C, by lowercase c. And which is the side to the opposite to B, with B. So A small means that's this side. B small that side, C small this side. And we have the angles, angle A, uppercase for angle, angle A, angle B, and angle C. Now we have this rule. This rule, ratio between the sides and sine of the angles. A equals sine the opposite angle. A over sine A equal B over sine B equals C over sine C. Again, A, this side, over sine the opposite angle equal B over sine B equal C over sine C. So this ratio between the sides, because we have a relation between the sides and the angle. This is the ratio between them. This is the relation between them. That A over sine A equal B over sine B equal C over sine C. This rule helpful if you have triangle, not right. We use this rule if we have two sides and the angle, or two angles and side. Two sides and the angle, or two angles and side. For example, if we have triangle like this one, if we have two sides and the angle, this 7 centimeter and this 9 centimeter, we have two sides. And we have this angle, which is opposite to 7, is 50 degrees. And we need to find the angle which is opposite to 9, this x. Okay? How to use sine rule? Now you have two sides and angle. You have two sides, 7, 9, and angle. We need to find this angle. You can use sine rule. If you have two sides and angle, you can use sine rule. Because sine rule states that 7 over sine 50, 7 over sine 50 equal 9 over sine x. 7 over sine 50 equal 9 over sine x. Okay? 7 over sine 50 equal 9 over sine x. Now we can write that 7 over sine 50 equal 9 over sine x. Now we can find sine x. Yes, we can find x, then later we can find x itself. To find sine x, cross multiply 9 times sine 50 divide 7. Cross multiply 9 sine 50 divide 7. 9 sine 50 divide 7. Can you find the answer? So sine x equal
0.985.
9 multiply sine 50 divide 7. 9 sine 50 divide 7 equal 0.985. Okay. Now you can find the angle itself. If you have sine or cosine or tan, you can find the angle, shift sine or shift cosine or shift tan. Inverse function. So to find angle x, sine inverse 0.985. What is the answer? 80. Exact?
80.03.
Okay, so approximately 80. To nearest degree, 80. Understood how to find angle using sine rule? Okay. This if we have two sides and the angle. What about if we have two angles and side? Same. Okay, so for example, if we can change the given. Okay. Now we have two angles and side. This angle 37 and this angle 58 and this side is 8 centimeter. I need that side. Okay, we have x, we need to find x and we have the opposite angle. We have 8 and we have the opposite angle. We need to use sine rule to find x. Use sine rule now. Afifa, can you tell me how to use sine rule?
8 over sine 37.
Yes.
Equals to x over sine 50.
Good job. 8 over sine the opposite angle. 8 over sine 37 equal x over sine 58. So 8 over sine 37 equal x over sine 58. Now we can find x, cross multiply directly in one step in this one. You don't need two steps. So x equal 8 multiply, cross multiply, 8 sine 58 over sine 37. So what is the answer? It's gonna be 11.27 or 11.3 to 3 significant figure. So this is how to use sine rule to find side or angle. Okay. Sometimes in this case, if you have two angles and one side, sometimes you need to find the third angle to use the sine rule. I'll give you example. Wait 1 minute. We have triangle like this one. We have triangle, this triangle. This side 7. This angle 46 or 4. Yes. And this angle is 93. Okay. And we have this. We have two angles, and we need to find this side. We 1 minute. We can make this angle 50. Yes. And I need this side. If we apply sine rule now, can we apply sine rule? Sine rule 7 over sine 50. Am I right? 7 over sine 50 equal x over sine this one. But I don't have this angle. So we need to find. Yes, 180 minus. Because the sum of the interior angles of triangle 180. So in this case, to apply sine rule, we need to find this angle. Because 7 over sine 50 equal x over sine what? We need to find this angle. So 180 minus 46 plus 50? 84. So this angle 84. We need to find this angle first. Then we can apply the rule. So x over sine 84 equals 7 over sine 50. Then cross multiply to find. So if you have two angles, sometimes you need to find the third angle. Okay? But not in all cases. Understood how to find to use sine rule? So sine rule, we use sine rule if we have two sides and the angle or two angles and side. Two sides and the angle or two angles and side. Okay? Can we practice about sine rule now? So number one, yes, Afifa, how we saw?
So we have 8.15 and its opposite angle.
Yes.
So 8.15 over sine 110
Yeah.
equals to AC over sine 30.
Yes, so 8.15 over sine the opposite angle, which is 110, equal AC over sine 30. So now AC equal?
Because we just cross multiply.
Yes.
So 8.15 sine
8.15 sine 30
over sine 110.
over sine 110. So what is the answer?
4.34
4.34.
34.
Yes, write the answer to three significant figure if not exact. Yes. We have two sides and the angle. So sine rule. How to use sine rule?
39 over sine 71.8
Yes.
equals to 24 over sine x.
So 39 over sine 71.8 equal 39, equal 24 over sine x.
And then you cross multiply.
Then cross multiply to find sine x. So sine x equal 24
sine 71.8
over 39. What is the answer? 24 sine 71.8 over 39. 0.585. Now, how to find x, Asil?
sine inverse.
Yes, 0.585. So you can use sine inverse, shift sine 0.585. So 35.8 to nearest one decimal, 35.8 degrees. 5, read number 5, Afifa.
In triangle ABC, AB is 6 centimeters, BC is 13 centimeters, and angle ACB is 23 degrees. Calculate angle BAC, which is obtuse.
So we need to find angle BAC. I need to find this angle. But this angle is obtuse. So first, how to find this angle? We have two sides and the angle. We have two sides and the angle. Can we use sine rule to find this angle?
Yes.
Okay, how to use sine rule to find this angle?
6 over sine 13
6 over sine 23 equal
23 equals to 13 over sine 8.
so 6 over sine 23 equal 13 over sine A. Or we can name this angle sine A. Okay. So sine A equal
13 sine 23
13 sine 23
over 6.
over 6. So what is the answer?
0.847.
0.847?
Yes.
Okay. Now if I need to find angle A,
Sine inverse.
with your calculator, if you do sine inverse, you will find the acute angle. But how to find the obtuse angle? 180 minus the answer. We learn why we do that in astic rule, the next topic. Okay? But now, with your calculator, you can find the acute angle. Then 180 minus the answer to find the obtuse angle. Okay? So, now shift sign for 0.847 sine inverse 0.847 57.88 or 57.9. So the acute angle 57.9. So the obtuse one 180 minus 180 minus 57.9. So 122.1. Okay. In Aztec rule, we know why we have to subtract 180 minus. The second rule, cosine rule. Cosine rule. We use cosine rule if we have 3 sides or we have 2 sides and included angle. If we have 3 sides or 2 sides and included angle, so we can use cosine rule. Cosine rule if we have the same triangle, if you have this side which is opposite to the angle C is C, same, the side which is opposite to angle A is A, the side which is opposite to B is B. Now, how to find this side A, if you have B and C and the angle in between. If you have 2 sides and the angle in between, you can find the opposite side using this rule. This is called cosine rule. A squared, maybe similar to Pythagoras here. So A squared equal B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B C cosine the angle in between. A squared equal B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C cosine A. This if you have 2 sides and included angle. If you have 2 sides and included angle. We can take example, but just to know how to use. So, for example, if we have this side 7, this side 9, and the angle in between 50, can you find this side, which is A? A or X, no difference. I need this side. Now we have 2 sides and the included angle. 2 sides and the included angle. How to find X? To find X, so X squared equal 7 square plus 9 square minus 2 times 7 times 9 cosine the angle in between, cosine 50. After you find the answer, square root to find X. So if you need to find X in one step, just square root 7 square plus 9 square minus 2 times 7 times 9 cosine 50. You can use calculator to find the answer. The answer 7.07?
No, just 0.
7.0? Okay, so 7. Approximately 7. The second case for cosine rule, if you have 3 sides, if you have A and B and C, you have all sides, then you can find any angle. If you have all sides, you can find any angle. For example, if I need to find angle A, and of course we have all sides. If we need to find angle A, we can apply this rule. Cosine A, cosine this angle, cosine A equal B square plus C square minus A square over 2 times B times C. Again, cosine A equal fraction B square plus C square. Adjacent side for the angle is square. B square plus C square, because I need this angle. B square plus C square. Minus the opposite, minus A square. Over 2 times the 2 adjacent, 2 times BC. So B square plus C square minus A square over 2BC. We can practice for this part. So if we have this triangle, we have all the sides, we have 5, 6, 7. If I need angle X, so cosine X equal fraction 5 square plus 7 square minus 6 square. This is the numerator. 5 square plus 7 square minus 6 square. What about the denominator? 2 times 5 times 7. 2 times 5 times 7. So 2 times 5 times 7. Yes, you can find the answer.
0.543.
0.5 543. Now to find the angle itself, cosine inverse. Cosine inverse 0.543. Cosine inverse 0.543. 57.1. Okay? Understood how to find the angle if you have three sides? Now we can practice. You have the three sides. You have S, 2.8, 3.6, 5.3. I need to find angle B. Afifa, can you find angle B?
So cos B
Yes.
equals
Cos
to,
B equal
3.6 squared
3.6 squared
plus 2.8 squared
plus 2.8 squared
minus 5.3 squared
minus 5.3 squared
over
over
2 multiplied by 2.8
2 multiplied by 2.8.
and 3.6.
Oh, sorry. 3.6. Good job. Now you find cosine. After you find cosine, you can find the angle. So what is the answer for this fraction? The answer?
Negative 0.36.
-0.362. Okay. Now to find angle B, okay, cosine inverse
111.2.
negative 0.362, 111.2. 111.2. Because cosine negative, so the angle obtuse.